Hello beautiful folks, and welcome to my channel. My name is Robin, and today we are doing this makeup look. So if you want to know how I ended up with this glowy, hoary skin, stick around. Let's get to it. I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup lately just because people tend to mistake me for a girl, which I am not. I'm non-binary. In my opinion, makeup doesn't have gender. Like, I explore my artistic freedom through makeup on my skin, on someone else's skin. I love looking at it, buying it, putting it on. So yeah, so I'm just gonna clip my bangs out of the way. I have washed my face. I have put on some like face cream and sunscreen. I'm in love with this stuff. It is Tatcha, the Dewy Skin Cream. Ooh. I can only wear this and I feel like the prettiest thing on earth. A good base for makeup starts with skincare, so I really spent my money and my time and effort actually like taking care of my skin. What do we want to start with? I love underpainting. That's my thing. So I think I want to start with this one. Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand Pillow Talk. What is this shade? Peach Pop. I really like this one. Another one, I like the Glow Play blushes from M.A.C. Also really nice. What else? I have a couple from LUMENE, which is a Finnish beauty brand. Oh, this one, Natural Glow. And this one, I think I might even like this one more. Liquid blush. This one is lighter, brighter. Pink Blossom. So this one is a bit darker. So what I would do, I like to place my blush kind of like, yeah. I love my Sigma brushes, but they get stained from the liquid blushes, even though no matter how well I wash them. But I mean, this one is like dedicated for blushing. So I like to place kind of like the lighter shade up here, and then the darker one will come like a bit lower here. Yeah, I don't go on the face directly. Sometimes I pick it up from the bottle, sometimes I put it on the back of my hand. But yeah, like this, I have full-on control over the product, how it goes, where it goes, how I want it. So there was a Charlotte Tilbury one, so the lighter one, which is over here. And we're underpainting. You can be a bit rough, in my opinion, because you're gonna go on top of it. So you want the color to come through foundation that you're gonna put on top. Because like this looks wild, I know. Catching the nerve with the color. Yep. So I did put the blush down, because now I did put the LUMENE on the same spot that I placed the first one, and I'm just kind of like mixing with whatever is left there. And I'm just gonna go right underneath it, starting to create the shadow underneath my cheekbone. And that's why I want to put the blush before the shadow. And I know some people do it the other way around, and it's fine. Also a little bit on the nose. Sometimes I put it on my temple, because why not? Fenty Beauty Matchstick Amber. And oh yeah, the first Sigma brush was F15. And this one is, oh, it's not even Sigma, it's Zoeva 110 Face Shape. I like to pick it out with my brush and then go in. Also, I don't want to get like any sharp lines, so how I avoid that is that I hold the brush kind of like from the end of it. The closer to the tip you hold it, the more pressure you're going to put on the brush than if you hold it like from the end of it. The jawline, very important. Right underneath here. Want to create a shadow. Nose contour, you're getting it, go for it. I don't always do it. I pick up a flat brush. This is also from Sigma E15. So what I will do is that I'll make sure to get the product on only one side of the brush. I try to follow the line from my brow bone to the tip of my nose towards kind of like the center of my face. So I even started up here. To me, with makeup, less is more, always. Also, if you want to make your lips look blush, I do go around my lips, especially the bottom part, the contour there, and I avoid taking it right to the corners of the mouth, otherwise it's going to show that you have, you know, contour your mouth, and I don't want that. I want it to look like effortless and like it wasn't there. I am going in with the tinted moisturizer from Fenty Beauty. The shade is Eavesdrop number 3. No, it's not everybody's cup of tea. If you want more coverage, yeah, no, it's a tinted moisturizer. I feel like it just corrects the undertones. Like it's not gonna cover up everything. But to be fair, I don't want it to. I want to look like you. I'm using a brush like this, a buffing brush. It's quite dense. I like it. And it's kind of like, I guess you could call that like a kabuki? A brush. So I laid out my moisturizer there. See how little that is? The size of a baby blueberry. That's all I need. I will use a concealer on the high points of my face. So I'm actually not going to put a tinted moisturizer on those places. Otherwise you're going to run in looking like a cake face. Not a cake. Like it can start looking really cakey. If you have issues of like getting creases underneath your eyes, like just don't put it there. Like you use a concealer that gives you enough coverage. Oh, that's how I would do it. I have a little bit like discoloration on my forehead, definitely around my nose and my mouth, and like even here you can see my sunscreen, because I use physical sunscreens I use physical sunscreens, so sometimes they leave a white cast. I do not want to destroy our nature, so yeah, I use physical ones. My ear. Yes, because I have to. When I go over the areas that I have done underpainting, like my cheeks, I will not drag the color downwards, so I would rather brush it upwards, if anywhere, like that. And I just go and press everything down. Love this one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's not even that old, but I don't know why it's like all the text has kind of like come off a bit. I use the shade Fair number 1. I will place it on the palette I have. So I just pick it up with my brush. Yeah. And I want to go around the high points of my face. Lately, I've been really into NARS. I use light number 1 Chantilly. So I would say I'm white. My skin is really light. And my undertone, like, yeah, I have a warm, neutral warm undertone. But for concealer, I always tend to go more neutral, rarely for cool, but neutral rather than warm. Because then I feel like it really pops out as a highlighter. So like I kind of place it here and here, my nose, like this, really lightly on my forehead. Also, I don't know why, but my nose gets really red, like here. And I go back in with my fake beauty blender. It is time for the eyebrows. I bleach my eyebrows, so I don't spend too much time on them. But for my eyebrows, I just like to use a gel. I love to use Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax. Banging. I just grab a spoolie to go in it. I grab it on one side. I do use the lid to kind of like spread the wax on the spoolie. And I just go in, brushing my invisible eyebrows. First, I just want to coat the brows. I just really actually go really just up. And then kind of like I go around like this. So that they don't like, my eyebrows don't look like like scared, but they're like, oh, you know. Bronzer, cream bronzer from Fenty Beauty, Cheeks Out Macchiato number 3 is the color. I tend to go in with a flat brush like this one. I just pick out the color and I kind of place it where I think the sun would hit my face. Same thing, I try to drag it up rather than down. I do go around my nose, like so. And I do blend it all the way up here and down here. I go back in and I brush up with my beauty blender, like that. Make sure. But I love blushes. I have this one, it's from McGrath Lab. It is in the shade of Nude Venus. It looks like this. Isn't that pretty? But this one, I do prefer a brush that is like this. Is rounded, it's not too dense, and also like the individual hairs in the brush are different lengths. So I pick it up on the brush very gently. This particular one, it does have some kind of like pearl in it, so it looks glowy as well. And I really go where I place the first blush, really lightly. Capture the nose. I either use translucent powder, this one is Laura Mercier, or I might go in with something that is pressed powder, like this one, Airbrush Flawless Finish from Charlotte Tilbury. So either one of those. So I usually use a small brush like this one, pick up the powder. I only go on top of the areas that I want to stay put for the rest of the day. Actually, I use this like as an eyeshadow. I want my face to look like I have barely no makeup. So you see, like, I don't really cover up anything. Like I do not go for full coverage. So the same thing, like I don't feel that I need to cover up the veins on my eyelids, or I don't know. I'm cool with that. So I'm obsessed with Bobbi Brown. It's called Stone Washed Nudes Eyeshadow Palette. Ooh! Stunning! I have two favorite brushes that I could not live without. Both, like all of my brushes are synthetic. Like I would not use real hair. So this one is from Sigma E35. So from the Bobbi Brown palette, I will pick up Hot Stone with this one. And actually I do go over my whole eyelid. Like for me, this is the perfect shade. It looks like I kind of don't have anything, but compared to this one, I do. I do take a small brush, like this one for instance. It's from We Care Icon E12. Well, then I have another one. This one. Oh, no, I really like this one. Oh, surprisingly, it's also from We Care Icon Smudger. Smudger is the name of it. It is really dense, and this one is like really soft. If I am going for a softer look, I will use a softer brush. If I want to go more intense, I will choose a brush that is more intense. Actually, I pick up the same color, which was Hot Stone from Bobbi Brown. I will go into the lower lash line. I will choose a small brush, like this one. I pick up actually the second darkest color. So that is called Malted eyeshadow. So what I'm doing now, I really just go into the lash line. And I like to, because my eyes are a bit hooded, like you can see, yeah. So I really like to wing out the end of it. I do like to use this one from M.A.C, which is M.A.C 224S. I take the same one, the darker one, Malted. And I really just gently go in the outer corner of the eye, like here. If you do have hooded eyes, it's trickier for sure. But like trying to see where there would be a shadow, like not here on the eyelid. Like if you see your eyeball, it's like on the outer corner of your eyeball. I tend to go back in with the Charlotte Tilbury one. I do use this one. It's the same brush that I used at first from Sigma. And I really just go like on the brow bone. I do go right underneath here. Now, if you want, you can use a highlighter if you want, like the one from Becca. This one is Moonstone. So pretty. I like to use this one from Sigma. It is F35. And just only the high lines of the cheeks. Now I'm gonna use this one, Martin's one, the Smudger, and I go right in the inner corner of the eye. You can go in here, which I think is fun. Like if you bleach your eyebrows like I do, then how to make your features come alive is just like make it even lighter. Like if you want to be really extra, I take a pen. It's not a pen, pencil. This one is just from Kat Von D. I like it okay. I don't think I will repurchase this. It's vegan, but I don't know. Do I want to support her anymore? I don't know. So yeah, if you're feeling really extra, I have some moles. So I just kind of like go in there. Like, it makes your skin look more like skin with makeup. I guess I could do like a lash lip someday, but I don't know. To me, it doesn't feel necessary. It does open up your eyes. Curious? I feel pretty and witty and gay. So, most of the time I use a pencil to outline my lips. Nice and spicy. That must be my favorite. I mainly use MAC lip products, all the lip liners, lipsticks. I just can't go without them. I feel like this is the perfect color for me because it's like just a little bit darker than my natural lip color. Ooh. I've been loving this one from LUMENE. Luminous Shine Hydrating Plumping Lip Gloss in the shade number 1. I love hydrated lip moments. So yeah, there we go. I think I'm finished. I'm done. This is the end result. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. If you watched it till the end, amazing. This has been my go-to for a while. If you fancy this video, hit the like button because that's going to support me and my channel. If you want to see more videos from me, subscribe, and yeah, take care and see you around. Ciao.